Kalispell, Montana. And it's just going to take a little bit more time than usual, I think, for me to go live, or I want to go live. Okay. Welcome, everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia, and I'm sharing this information with you today because somebody invited you to take a look. It's actually not why I'm choosing to share. They invited you because they think you need to hear what it is that I'm going to be sharing. So I'm going live actually every day, twice a day, Monday through Thursday, to get this information out, because I've recently felt very, very convicted that not enough people in my life know about this. I personally have been sharing it for 15 years, and I've done it quietly. People need to know about what we're offering, because it truly, if you're watching today, would be absolutely life-changing for you, as it's been for many, many people. I'm going to share my story. I have a few other people coming on and sharing their stories, and I'll tell you how I got started. In 2008, I was working full-time practicing medicine as a physician assistant. I saw approximately 60 patients a day. I wrote 200 prescriptions a day. I was in the operating room half the week, cutting cancers out of my patients, sewing them up. And I just had my second baby. I had a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old, and I had to pay somebody to watch them because I worked all the time. My husband had a full-time job as well. And because my children called our nanny mom, it was driving me crazy. And I was looking for additional streams of income. So I got really brave in 2008. And we opened 2 businesses. My husband opened a construction company. I opened a skincare retail store. And we did these things in addition to working our full-time job. So we invested $100,000 in those businesses, and I had even less time. And my brothers, who I love, called me and said, "We have a business we want you to look at." And I have to tell you, I was so overwhelmed with life at that point. I said, I can't add anything to my plate. And they said, "You can say no, just watch this thing and then give me an educated no." And so that made sense to me. I agreed to do it. And within 5 minutes of watching the presentation, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I'm really, really interested in this. And so I'm going to ask you as I go forward, what are you doing right now that if you spend 30 minutes a day on it 5 days a week, it will pay you weekly for decades to come? A weekly check for decades to come. Okay, so that's really part of what I'm going to be sharing with you today. It is not what intrigued me, but it's so important to me that people understand the power of that I'm taking time out every single day from wherever I am. I'm currently in Montana to get this information out to the world. And so I was not attracted to that and didn't even recognize the power of that statement, making a weekly check every single week based on work I did 10, 15 years ago. I did it less than 30 minutes a day, but I did it every single day. I was attracted to the health aspect. So there's 2 groups of people attracted to what we have here. One is attracted to the health portion of this. Why was I attracted to the health portion of this? Because my nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism in 2008. And in 2008, I learned 1 in 4 boys are diagnosed with autism. And I sat with my sister as the doctor said, he will never speak. He will never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences as a PA, and I put that to work. That does not mean that I was Googling what is autism. I was literally going into the medical libraries and looking at published research on autism and what they were thinking that it potentially was being caused by. And my eyes were opened to the importance of nutrition. This is before we started our businesses. I was going to the health food store, buying organic. I was juicing. We had a garden. I was going to the nutritional supplement store and buying the best of the best, because I learned through my research the extreme importance of nutrition, which is something I had never been taught in medical school. I was taught about writing prescriptions in medical school and what prescriptions you can give to somebody who's on antidepressants and high cholesterol medication when they suddenly have high blood pressure. I wasn't taught about how nutrition can get your body working the way that it's supposed to work. And so what attracted me to this truly was the health aspect. The income aspect came later, when I became so morally obligated to share this, because all of my stuff I was doing prior to Pure wasn't making any difference in our lives whatsoever. When suddenly within a week, we were seeing changes in our health. Within 3 months, my nephew was speaking when we were told he never would. I said, I have to share this. Okay, then I began sharing it. Checks start coming in, checks start growing, more than I was making in my skincare store, more than I was making as a PA. And that's when I began to understand the true power of what we have our hands on. It was one thing for me to impact the people in my life. I did that as a PA. Everybody who crossed my path, I helped them with their health. So I could do that with this, and that was great. But then when people that I shared it with began to tell others about it, and then people that I'd never met had their lives changed and were getting weekly checks. Sometimes they loved to see me and talk to me because of the life-changing health changes. Some of them were like, financially, you've changed my life. And I have to tell you, that's a very empowering feeling. There's so many people struggling for money right now, and they do not have options. They don't have time to get another job. They started a business and they're sinking and they have no time with their family. I'm telling you guys, if you're not doing something 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week right now that can pay you weekly checks for decades to come, you have to take a serious look. So I joined for the simplicity of it. I heard their message of cleanse, balance, build. I started comparing what I was buying to everything they offered. And I'm like, this is going to simplify my life. I called my brothers back. I'm like, give me the biggest package they have, the best deal I can get. I want it for my whole family. I want it now. I never want to go to the health food store again. And I haven't since then. Okay, so I joined for the simplicity. I'm still here today. I walked away from practicing medicine in December of 2019. No idea what was coming the way, obviously, but I walked away. Best time ever, because I found a better way to help people. So I want you to imagine for a moment that we're 20 years back in time. Okay, 20 years back in time, and someone comes to you and says, there's this company called Amazon. It's the future. Everybody's going to be buying online in the future. And I'm going to give you an opportunity that anybody who gets that you tell them about this company, Amazon, that they get a subscription with Amazon, you're going to get 10 to 50% of every purchase they make for the rest of their lives. And you know what? If they tell anybody about it, you're going to get a percentage of those people's orders as well. Who knows what you would have thought? I'll tell you right now. I was polling the rooms 15 years ago to see how many people were purchasing online with Amazon. It was 15 to 20% of the rooms that I was speaking in 15 years ago. Now it's 100% of the rooms that I'm speaking in. Okay. So back 20 years ago, you might have been like, Amazon, what is that? Is that like place out in the wilderness with jungles and big snakes? Like, what is Amazon? Some of you might have seen it. Some of you might have understood that the future is online e-commerce. And might have said, yeah, I'll take you up on that deal, and started telling people, hey, there's this great online company. You don't have to go to Walmart or Target. You can click a button. It'll come to your house. And you would be a multimillionaire. See, I believe that's what we have with Pure. What we have with Pure is the best of the best health and wellness. Click of a button, comes to your house, 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and it is better than anything else out there. That is what we're offering you today. I believe in 20 years, I believe in 10 years, that the majority of Americans will have a Pure membership, because what we have is that good. People say, how is Pure different from anything else out there? Well, one, if we're going to talk business, it's for every man, woman, and child. It's not just for the runners. It's not just for the females. It's for every man, woman, and child, their parents, their dogs, and their cats. Everybody who has a body needs nutrition at some point or another. And I'll tell you this, prevention is better than prescription. You can say that as a prescriber for 20 years. If you are not preventing today, you will very likely be on prescriptions in the future. Prevention is better than prescriptions. It's why I walked away from writing prescriptions. We have a consumable product. It's not like a vacuum cleaner or a water purifier or a Pampered Chef baking stone. Once you begin to share it with your friends and family and they all buy one, they never purchase from you again. Now you're stuck going out into the wilderness looking for people you've never met in your life. That is misery. This is something that your friends and family try it. They have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And what we found is that 93 out of 100 people repurchase over and over and over again. That is a consumable product that will continue to pay you for decades to come. Why do they continue to purchase? Because what we have works. Really, that's what it comes down to. We have the best of the best in nutrition, and it's affordable. Really, when you get in our Smart Chip program, it makes it affordable and comparable to what people are already purchasing. Now, if you're buying Flintstone vitamins, you guys, it's not going to be comparable to that. But Flintstone vitamins are not also prevention. Not to knock Flintstone vitamins, but you're not doing good enough. This business model is touted as one of the best ever for anyone to get started on. First of all, every American should have a small business for the tax write-off purposes. I polled the room that I spoke in last night, and 20% of the people in the room were entrepreneurs, had their own business. The other 80% had never started a business. So you probably don't understand what this even means to have tax write-off benefits. So I'll give you an example. There's a woman that I work with in Jacksonville, Florida. She has been an employee her whole life. She was set to get $900 back on her taxes last year, but because she had started in Pure and could write off expenses with Pure, she got $3,900 back in her taxes. So if you're an employee and you're not taking advantage of starting a small business, this is your wake-up call, okay? It's the best small business to start because of the very low startup cost and the laughable overhead. In fact, it replaces your grocery store bill, oftentimes, not the whole grocery store bill, but a portion of it. It replaces whatever you're buying for supplementation right now. So you're probably already spending the overhead already. That's why these two guys say this is a brilliant business model. But the other reason why it's brilliant is other people work for you. See, I can't call your friends and invite them to get on today, but somebody called you. If I called you, you'd been like, who are you and who do you want me to vote for, right? But somebody called you that you believe, like, and trust, and you agreed to get on and watch this. And as a result, I'm working for your friend because I have this deep down passion, being somebody who used to write 200 prescriptions a day, being somebody who used to never see my kids. And that's drastically changed for myself and so many other people that I've partnered with, that I'm like, I have to get this out. And so I work for you. We have other leaders who work for you and partner with you, but we can't invite your people to take a look. You're just inviting to the message, and we are the message deliverers. I joined because of where it started. This cleanse, balance, build philosophy is a centuries-old philosophy, but was utilized in a clinical practice for 30 years. And because I'd done all that nutrition research, when I heard their message of cleanse, balance, build, and that it was used in a clinical practice, I was like, well, I can't out-research 30 years. Give it to me. This is great. After comparing with a few of the products I was using, I'm like, clearly they know what they're talking about. They chose to start because there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get into the clinic. And they said, we're just going to spread it by word of mouth. We're not going to pay a marketing firm to do billboards and commercials and radio ads. We're going to just take that money, percentage of all profits, and give it back to the people who are inviting. Now, in countries like Europe, in Asia, in Korea, in Thailand, this business model is like, is this one of those? People are super excited about it. In our country, we're like, no, we're all employees, right? Like, I like my 9-to-5 job. I'd rather have that. We're skeptical about everything. And I was skeptical about everything. I saw the investment, the startup cost, and basically, like, it was just like going to the health food store and buying products for my family. And I thought that's not a real business. It was my CPA who looks at all of our purchases, and he said, what's that purchase? I'm like, it's just some food and supplements we bought. It's nothing. He said, actually, I think I can write that off. And that might be the best business you've ever started for the time freedom you're looking for. Don't argue with the guy who sees everybody's bank accounts. He was totally right. It took me a couple of years to figure it out because the checks coming in weekly. At first, like 57, 87, 137, nothing exciting. And then my customers started telling people, and then they were like, started growing. And I'm like, I think our CPA was right. Why does it work so well? I believe personally that every issue we face as a human race with our bodies, our number one asset that we should be taking better care of than we take care of these, is the result of us being toxic, out of balance, and lacking in nutrition. We're all toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water. Heck, I'm drinking out of one right now. We're pouring microparticles of plastic into our bodies with the saran wrap and the Tupperware. Our food is being sprayed by guys in hazmat suits with herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. We're being poisoned. Cancer rate is shooting up in this country. And we now think it's normal for people to have cancer. 15 years ago, we didn't all know somebody who had cancer. Now we all know someone who's had cancer. That should scare you to death. We're out of balance. We don't get enough sleep. We are staring at our phones way too much. We're consuming too much sugar. I like to talk about how acidic we are. You can watch nutrition trainings of mine where I really dive into this, all the research that's been done showing that you live in this acidic world. If you're consuming coffee and a lot of meat and dairy and sugar and soda, you're living in this acidic world. Your body is not meant to be there. It's going to work to get to this perfect pH. See, I believe we all have cancer cells. You're either feeding them or starving them. In our family, we starve the cancer cells, okay? But most people are extremely undernourished. They're not getting enough nutrition. This study is crazy. Journal of Nutrition said that more than half of American children are not getting enough vitamins and minerals. Whatever's in your genetic pipeline, guys, what your parents struggled with or are struggling with, it's coming down the pipeline towards you faster. Faster because of your lack of movement, the poisons we're living with in our world, the lack of nutrition in our food, and it's going to hit our kids even faster. If you think that you're eating well and you're fine, the study from 12 years ago shows we're not even close to what we were eating in 1960. We have to eat 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the same nutrition our grandparents got from one of each of those things. So we're walking around starving. We're walking around shoving in our faces food all the time because we're lacking in nutrition. That's why we have an obesity pandemic, heart disease, diabetes in our country. So this is that centuries old philosophy that this whole company is based on. And let me tell you, it's life changing. We now have more medical doctors jumping on board with us every single year. We have a wellness advisory panel made up of medical doctors who are seeing patients in practices. And they recognize that we're writing more and more and more of these. And they're now recommending Pure and our Cleanse, Balance, Build philosophy. Many of our products are in the physician's desk reference. That's what I used to write prescriptions for 20 years. And our products are in there. Company offers over 50 products. They're all amazing. They're all amazing. In fact, I recommend the family pack because you get all of our products and it's for your family of 4. From colloidal silver to skin defense that you can spray in the airport where I'm going to be tomorrow, instead of wiping everything down with one of those gross, I don't even know what those are, hand wipes. You can spray your bag, you can spray your purse. All these extra little things, our sports line that's amazing that you can consume, our collagen that I was just drinking for my hair and my nails because I need that in this dry air in Montana that I'm not used to. But I recommend everyone starts with the starter package at a bare minimum, because 93 out of 100 people who repurchase or who purchase this starter package or our core complete to get started repurchase. Why would they repurchase? Because it works. If you're taking something and you can't tell when you take it and you cannot tell when you don't, you need to take a serious look at Pure. Look at your supplementation. We have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. We have plant-based omega-3s. Cleanse out your intestinal tract. We have a cleanse that cleanses the 7 channels that you eliminate through. Your lungs, your liver, your skin, lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, intestines, all need a cleanse out. Okay? We have plant-based calcium. That is not acidic. It is alkalinizing. Magnesium, if you struggle with sleep, migraines, leg pain, spasticity, tension, you are likely deficient in something on this page. If you're struggling with pain, if you're struggling with asthma, if you're struggling with sleep, focus, mood, PMS, rage issues, you're likely deficient in something on this page. We've got to cleanse the toxins out, like taking your car in for an oil change, and then we've got to pour the good nutrition in. That's what we have here. After your first month, you will figure out what you love and likely go forward with 2 to 4 products. If you're over 40 or you're on prescription medications, you need to look at the Core Complete. It adds these superfruits on, each of which have been used for thousands of years in the areas where they're grown and have been studied in the US for over 3 decades. Ours are 100% wildly harvested. They have not been mixed with pear juice or apple juice or any kinds of sweeteners. They are the best of the best that you will find. So if you struggle with reflux or allergies or rheumatoid arthritis or depression or libido or any kind of bowel issue at all, you really need to be looking at the Core Complete. These are the 6 things that typically we hear people say they notice a change in the first 30 days. Better sleep. This was me. I struggled with horrible insomnia. And all of a sudden I was sleeping in days. More energy. Well, sleeping better leads to more energy. No need for 2 pots of coffee a day anymore. Energy drinks. My gosh, the energy drinks are everywhere, you guys. They're full of such horrible things for your kidney. You don't need that anymore. Less pain. This is some of the first testimonies that I heard when I started sharing. It was like, I can move my hands. I'm not in pain anymore. No more need for all those things you were popping that were damaging your liver. Bowel habits have improved. My son was so constipated, he would poop once a week at 3 years old and bleed and cry. Improvement in his bowels within days. Better mood. Oh, that's a big one. You can't really put your hand on what happens when someone's in a better mood, but it changes the entire atmosphere in your house. And weight loss. Weight loss. I lost 32 pounds in 3 months. My husband lost 25 pounds in 3 months. My nephew went from nonverbal autistic to speaking. Mind-blowing results. I'm here not because of what happens in 30 days. I'm here because of what happens in the 3rd and the 4th month. That's why the medical doctors are on board too. See, we have paper lab results that you don't see that kind of results with other things. I'm not going to make claims about what will happen for you, but really just read the writing on the wall. Why are all these medical doctors recommending it? Isn't that weird? If it's not real, why would they be recommending it? More and more every single week, we're getting more on board. Powerful, powerful stuff, guys. One of the questions we get is, how do I take it? My boys have been shooting super fruit shots and liquid vitamin and calcium every morning. They get in 30 seconds more nutrition than the average person gets in a week. For years, they've been doing this. This is my youngest one. He's 15 now. Back when he was 8, just shooting it back, shooting it back. It didn't come easily. They come in capsule formulations as well, but I'm in charge of their health. till they're out of my house, I'm in charge of their health. And so I decided we're going to do this. It's important because of all the nutrition that I researched that I did. That little guy now drinks a smoothie every morning. We have ways that we teach you to put it in smoothies, put it in waffles, put it in French toast. We have all kinds of ways, popsicles, to get this nutrition in your kids. We're not just throwing it at you and leaving you. Heck, I flew 2 flights to come to Montana to help a whole group of people here in Montana where it's -5 degrees learn about how to get these products in their bodies. That's how invested we are in helping you, not just me. We have whole teams of leaders. You can go to purelifechangers.com to learn more. I have a dentist that I've known for 15 years. Our kids go to school together, who saw my email, rachel@purelifechangers.com. She was struggling with some health issues, went to this website, spent 2 days on it, called me 2 days later and said, I'm in. I need to join. Came in with the family package because she was already looking for nutrition answers. And she said to me, I've never found a company that is speaking truth as clearly as they are and has everything I need in one location. She's since bought 4 packs, and you cannot go into her office without hearing about Pure. What we have is real, and that site is golden. If you're on this site right now and you're learning, you're watching, use the search box to type in whatever ailment you're struggling with. Just real live testimonies from people who've been using these products for a long time. There's over 10,000 members on there. So you guys, I started out saying, I need to touch the people in my life. Everybody I know needs to know about the Core Complete, needs to know about these products. And then when people started sharing it with their friends and family, and then they start getting weekly checks, and then other people's health is getting touched, I realized I was thinking really small. Like, I'm meant to change so many more lives than just who I can see every day. And so I'm trying to be as loud as I can. I'm going live twice a day, Monday through Thursday. I'm going live on the weekends. I travel to places like Montana to go and visit with people and say, this is the real deal. I don't have to do this. You guys, I could close my computer, take my family, and go travel through New Zealand for the entire year of 2023. And I'd make more money from Pure, from the work I've done for the last 15 years, than I make more money in 2023 than I did in 2022. You have something now that's doing that for you, that if you just do 30 minutes of work 5 days a week, it will continue to exponentially grow for you. Most people don't. I'm going to stop my sharing for a moment, and I'm going to pull up some great testimony. Some people who have had amazing experiences with either our products or the business are making weekly checks. And all these guys are making weekly checks and have some tremendous, tremendous testimonies that I think it's important. Like, you don't know me, right? So it's helpful to hear from somebody else what their results have been. So hopefully my connection is not so slow that I can't pull these guys up. There you are. Hi, guys. This is Matt and Angie Clifford. And I'm excited to hear you guys share how Pure has impacted your life.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for having us. So we started with the system over 8 years ago, and I started, thankfully, Melissa had shared with me, and my whole thing was no energy and weight gain. It was just constantly creeping up on me harder and harder, but started on the products and just have had, within weeks, I started feeling a difference. And we jumped in with the full pack. And I didn't realize how many things it was going to change for us. I had very low vitamin D levels, high cholesterol. I was on 3 different medications for my vitamin D. None of them were working. Bowel issues my entire life. I had degenerative arthritis in my neck that I couldn't even turn from left to right. It just kept going. But the one main thing that really changed for me, seeing an endocrinologist for years, I had nodules in my thyroid that were growing. I had biopsies, and it wasn't until, I was taking all of these products, like 6 months later, we saw a difference in the nodules that stopped growing to the point where they weren't even able to be seen anymore. So that was a game changer for me. We just been on the products for the past 8.5 years and continue to take everything. So I don't leave home without them. I pack them whenever we go anywhere. I'd rather leave a pair of shoes behind than leave my products behind. But even for Matt, he's had many changes as well. And so there's no turning back. After seeing her results, I couldn't help but get involved and start taking the products every day, every product. I struggled with lifelong allergies, asthma, knee pain, all of which have just gone away. It may not be the same for you, but
We've shared it with friends, and we've seen nothing but great result. And it's so satisfying, that part of it, to share with others, to see what can happen.
Yeah, and see their results
We're
as
not
well.
gonna stop on it, that's for sure.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for taking time out to share today. I appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Thank you.
And you're welcome. We're gonna pull up one more, you guys. And again, I could do testimonies for hours and hours and hours. I'm hoping that my streaming is still going through well. But we have so many testimonies, and we have videos that you can watch on purelifechangers.com and on Changing Lives with Pure, where we literally have hours of testimony. But this is Matt Beatty from Southwest Georgia, and he's going to share with you his story. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Rachel, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me today, Rachel. So me and my wife got started with Pure a little over a year ago. And honestly, when it was shared with me, I was not looking to start another business. I currently own 4 other businesses. I've got a lawn and landscape business, got a tree business, a fishing guide service on Lake Seminole here in South Georgia, and recently just started a bouncy house business. So just super busy all the time. Wasn't looking to start another business, but I heard something in the presentation about time freedom. And as busy as I was, I knew that I didn't have time to spend with my kids at home and with my wife. I was working 6-7 days a week. So I really dug in deep to the system and watched the video, did research, and just knew I owed it to my family to join. So me and my wife made a decision to join. We came all in big with the family pack. We wanted everything that Pure had to offer. Number one, because I know how big return on investment means with my businesses. So we wanted it all. And whenever our boxes came in, we started immediately taking everything. Like I said, I didn't really get into it for the help. I got into it to create an additional stream of income and to create more time freedom. But the health immediately, the first week we started taking all the products, I immediately started seeing results. I was diagnosed with severe IBS when I was in middle school, and I dealt with digestive issues pretty much my whole entire life. About the age of 22 or 23, I had some issues. I thought I was having a heart attack, and actually it was acid reflux. And it got so bad to the point to where I would literally throw my foods up on a daily basis. I would aspirate in my sleep at night, even on prescription medication. I'd have to try several different prescriptions to find one that actually worked, and just struggled with that pretty much my whole entire life. And Pure has absolutely changed every bit of that. My digestive system's better. My wife was able to lose 29 pounds right after having our second child, Lakin, and she was 40 years old. She probably don't want me sharing her age, but she was 40 years old and lost 29 pounds in like 3 months by simply just taking the products. And my 10-year-old son, he's pretty much dealt with allergies his whole life, and we've been giving him over-the-counter medicines for his allergies, and no more over-the-counter medicines for his allergies. He does fine taking mangosteen and Goyen and Mila, and he actually enjoys taking the products. He actually asks for them now. It was hard at first, but now he asks for them, which is great. As good as the products have been for us, and as great results that we've seen with the health, I cannot talk more about the business. The business has been absolutely phenomenal, and I'll just give you a little example why. I hurt my back about 2 days ago, and I've kind of been stuck here at the house, and we've also been having some bad weather. So when stuff like that happens, my businesses kind of have to shut down. My lawn care business, you can't run it when it's raining. The tree business, you can't run it. And if you're sick or you're on vacation. And but what I love about this business is you can use this little tool right here to share with people. So the couple days that I'm down, or if I'm on vacation or sick or whatever, you can still work this business. So as busy as I was working all those jobs, I still found time to share with people. And right out the gate, me and Lisa, we said, we're doing this. We shared with people, and we started signing, people up, joining our business, and it created weekly checks for us. So I can get on my virtual back office right now, which is a website the company gives you, and I can look into the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I can see that I'm going to be getting weekly checks for the next few 4 weeks. That's a pretty powerful tool for somebody like me that's used to going out and working with your hands, and making money. If we don't go out and cut trees or cut grass, or if I don't take somebody fishing, guess what? I don't get paid. but knowing that you did something, months ago that you're getting paid for now, and you have other team members that are helping you do that as well, that's a pretty powerful tool. So I'm just blessed. My family's blessed that this was shared with us, and I hope my story is helping others. So thank you for Rachel for having me on today.
Thank you so much, Matt, for taking the time to share this with others. It's a life-changing experience for many. And as I said earlier, guys, I could go on with testimonies for hours, for days. I could go on with testimonies, but time is short. So we're going to try to walk you through how you get started in this. How can you get involved? Because how can you not want to be involved after hearing all of that? It's literally the future. E-commerce, which is the next, I mean, it's already happening. 100% of people in the rooms I'm pulling have Amazon websites, right? Have memberships with online streaming services. We have an Airbnb and we don't have cable in there because we know everybody has a streaming service. So we've just hooked it up so that they can automatically get on their Netflix or whatever they want. And then health and wellness is the next $1 trillion industry. So business-wise, it makes a lot of sense. So if you're interested in the products, you can right now go to livepure.com and throw what you want in the shopping cart. Family package is what I started with, not because I was interested in the business, like Matt, but because I had a family of 4 plus my sister and her son. I wanted everybody to be able to experience all of the products. Right now I'm drinking their energy drink. I think they should call it Focus, but like, you want to be able to have enough of these things that you can carry them around with you. I don't drink coffee. It's acidic. It tears up my teeth. It does not feel good in my body. Gives me shakes and jitters and all the negative effects of being acidic. So this is what I travel with and consume so that I have focus and I'm dialed in. Like, make sure that the energy's in the starter packs, by the way. So make sure that you get one of the packages that has everything you want. If you're wanting to just go basic and you're a single person, fine, throw the Core Complete, throw the Core Plus in. But if you have a family and you want family life changes, think of it as health insurance, guys. Think of it as a starter pack, a servicing on your body for 30 days. And then you go forward with what you want, because you've seen results. Okay. So when you go to checkout, it's going to ask, do you want to save money? Yes. Preferred customers free. Get your friend's link who invited you and become a preferred customer. You'll get 25% off and there's no obligation to ever purchase again, but 93% of you will. If you're listening to this and you're nervous about the money, you're thinking of somebody who needs to hear this, or 3, like your Matt, you're really big into making additional streams of income and you're not currently doing something that 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week will pay you for decades to come. You need to look at being a business owner. It's only $49 to get started in a business with Pure. Okay. This is how the money starts to come in. If you have 10 customers purchasing, you'll make around $400 a month. If you have 20 customers, you'll make $1,000 a month. This is what started happening with me. Money starts coming in, and it didn't even come close to matching my PA income in the beginning, but it was interesting. I'm like, wow, these checks keep coming in. It was like I was a vending machine. And all of a sudden, these people that were consuming the products, they start telling people. And then before I knew it, I had teams all over the world. I literally travel around the country, meeting with people who are on my team, who I only met online or on the phone, and they're now sharing it with others. And I lock arms with them and help them. Think of it like being a vending machine. You are a vending machine if you're an IBO with Pure. Every time somebody buys something from you, you get a check. It's like direct sales or affiliate marketing or all these girls you see online selling bags and guys selling fishing gear. But if somebody chooses to join your team as a builder, you're basically building 2 teams. Okay. So if Matt invited 20 people today and you're one of them and you say, hey, Matt, I'm in, I have no time to do this, but I want to partner with you. Maybe in January, I can start doing something, but I definitely need to get my health on track. So your name is Bob. Bob joins. Well, then Kristen decides to join Matt's team. Matt puts Kristen on his other team. Remember, he only has 2 teams to build. And now Beth comes back and says, hey, I'm ready to join. And Leah watches the presentation tonight. I'm ready to join. He only has 2 teams to put people on. So Bob starts getting these emails. Beth is joining your team. Leah's joining your team. Brenda's joining your team. Bob calls Matt. He's like, what? Who are these people? What does that even mean? I haven't even done anything. I'm too busy with my other job. And Matt's like, yeah, I know. I'm building a team for you. And every time they order products, it goes into a savings account for you. Bob's like, a savings account? When do I get that? When you start doing something. When you start sharing this with others, you start to cash in on what Beth, Leah, and Brenda purchased. So timing matters. If this is intriguing you, I encourage you, get started today. It's $49 to become a business owner. Free if you get the business pack. Free if you're a military or student. The monthly overhead should be what you're spending on your health already, $135 to $150 a month. Okay, you need to be spending that on your number one asset that you cannot replace. Prevention is better than prescription. You set up that smart ship. This is what makes it more affordable than anything else out there. You get 20% back in free product. It doesn't go through for 28 days. And I'll tell you what, it's easy to edit and easy to cancel. Click of a button. Okay. So if you get started with it, you're set up for your health to be on track, but you're also you can edit it. And then you go place your first order and you can start wherever you want. but I recommend the family package. If you're interested in the business, do what Matt did what the Cliffords did what I did, the family pack. It's $4,000 worth of products for $2,500. And I actually have a 20% off coupon for you that'll drop it to $2,000. It's $4,000 worth of products for you and your family's health, drop down to $2,000. Plus, you're getting the $49 waived. You're getting free shipping. You are getting in the company's star bonus program, which pays you extra money when you begin building. You're getting in my VIP mentoring program. Everybody gets our training that you can do from your phone 30 minutes a day, but this puts you into our VIP mentoring program with special coaching just for you as a VIP and the ability to earn our team incentive trips. And you're going to get 4 coupons to give to your first people you share this with. Maybe you're going to get started with the reset package. Okay, that's another one of our business packages. This is the core complete plus fat burners, metabolism boosters, and our whole reset system. It's a 6-week program. We typically see about 20 pounds of fat loss. And it's a great thing for you to start January 2nd with our new program where we have cash incentives for the biggest losers. But this drops down to $1,200 with that 20% off coupon. You're going to get our 30 minutes a day training on your phone. And you're also going to get put in the company star bonus program. You won't get the VIP mentoring, but if this is all you can do, this is what you can do. That's fine. You can start wherever you want. You'll get 4 of these with that purchase as well. You can start with the Core Plus for $289, less than $10 a day for you to have a 30-day servicing on your body. Thankfully, I did not start with the Core Plus because I'm not here because of my weight loss, which happened the 3rd month. I'm not here because I started sleeping. I'm here because my nephew started speaking. I'm here because of my husband's depression disappearing 6 weeks in. And if I'd only had enough for me, I would not have seen their results. And I don't think I would be here today. But you can start wherever you want to. People like Matt say, how do I make my money back? If you start sharing this and it goes like this, hey, Bob, I found something I think you'd be interested in. I'm going to send you a link. Can you jump on tonight at 8 o'clock live? Takes about 15 minutes. You'll know within 15 minutes what your interest level is. You invite. We have found that when you invite people, about 50% of the people that you actually talk to jump on, and about 30% of the people that jump on actually choose to join. It's just the statistics. I've been doing this 15 years. When 4 people choose to partner to the same level you did, you'll make your money back. Basically, you just got your family's health for free. That's basically what you just got. So go to livepure.com, you guys. Throw whatever you want in your pack. Family pack, again, is my favorite. It's the best bang for your buck, and it also puts you in our VIP mentoring program. And remember, there's no cap to what you can make. Do you have to just work 30 minutes a day? No, you can work at 3 hours a day. You can work at 5 hours a day. That's what started happening with me. My checks start coming in. They start exponentially growing faster than any other check that I had. And I'm like, definitely spend a little more time on this. Now this is all I do. And I'm extremely passionate about it. My kids, I have a child who has 41,000 followers on TikTok. He sells pure on TikTok and he makes more money than his friends who are working at Chick-fil-A. Okay. Anybody can do this. If you're not doing something right now, it will pay you weekly checks decades from now. Please take a serious look. Thanks so much for joining. I hope I get to meet with you and work with you. And if you live somewhere where you're starting to explode and tell people, I will get on a plane and come to you. That's why I'm in Montana today. Take care, buddy. God bless. Bye-bye.